I went to New England this weekend, and I think I miss New England so
so
much,
excited to open.
New England is so much better than New York.
Dude,
I'm so excited to do that show in Boston.
We went to this bar.
I need to go back so bad. I miss it there. I want to go to the TAM. I want to recreate that fucking video.
You
the
have
three
to.
guys are screaming the F word.
We went to this bar, and there was a it was like, it wasn't even that late. It was like 11 o'clock, and there was this guy. We got there, and there was a band playing. There's a pool table, and there's two guys playing pool. One of them is like an old guy, like, you know, guys who are so old that they just look, they have like black eyes permanently.
Yeah.
You know, they just have like purple around their eyes.
They just
like,
have stuff.
It's really
all
old.
the throwing up they do every morning.
It's got to be that. Yeah, just popped blood vessels from like trying to remember a birthday. And then this guy, he's sitting there, and he has like he has a Predator, like a really nice pool cue. And he sucks, bro. This old man was fucking terrible. I've never seen a worse pool player. But he was playing against this amazing, like, 35-year-old guy with skin like a wallet, who's just like, was the drunkest I've ever seen anybody be. Just like a bar stool, like, New England guy.
Yeah.
And this guy would go down, he would miss a shot, and then he would just start dancing, just like, ooh, ooh, like right in the old man's face. And they didn't know each other. So he's just this random guy that he was playing him. And it was making me, it was like a fucking nightmare. It was like a nightmare where you can't, like, where you get in a fight and your punches go in slow motion. Because it was like, you want this guy to lose so badly. And the guy that he's playing looks like he'd be a great pool player. But he's just, the guy was like choosing to shoot the wrong ball every time. The old man, he was fucking.
He didn't go over.
I'm
and
imagining
coach him?
now a nightmare where I'm playing pool and I'm horrible. I'm losing to this guy and he's dancing in my face, and it's like this horrible nightmare. And right when I think it can't get any worse, I look down at my hands and they're all like arthritic. And disgusting.
Yeah, no, that guy was
living I'm also 90 years old.
An actual fucking nightmare.
He has dementia. He still thinks he's 16. At the bar.
He was like,
wow.
you know how sad it is when an old guy is like still doesn't really have it together. Yeah. And they're like kind of like it's clear that they're like ordering food and they're a little nervous or something.
No, it's
like an old man with social anxiety.
He never
actually makes me
that
makes me so sad.
Dude,
bro.
it's so fucked.
It's like, how is he not had
Do you know what's even French onions? No.
Yeah. Oh, I'm panic ordering.
You know,
You're
it's
fucking
even,
80.
Similar thing when an old person is like a hoarder. But you can tell they didn't like become a hoarder because they got old. Like they have stuff that's like they've been like that. They've lived in a house filled with newspaper and beer bottles since they were a kid.
Scary.
It's just that that's what they're used to. So
yeah, it's not that that's like an old person thing. It's that they've been doing it for 80 years.
Yeah. The idea of an old person going to Starbucks and having the person they're with order for them is like actually making me want to cry.
It's horrible.
It's like the saddest thing I've ever even thought about.
Oh my god.
Well,
just like an 85-year-old
doing
guy.
that, but then both of their fingers break.
Yeah.
An 85-year-old guy who goes to the movies, and the guy's like, "Enjoy the movie," and he says, "You too," and he's like, "Oh no,
oh, crap.
Oh no."
Well, that's
my
the
God.
thing.
You're
Is
80.
Old guys.
He's going home and he's dipping his quill in his inkwell and he's drawing a socially awkward penguin on a
Yeah,
piece
it's
of
our
parchment.
crumb.
That is our crumb. Yeah.
This guy was just like that, bro. He was like,
Well, yeah, that's
he
what I was
kept like
gonna say.
tripping over himself, and he's tied his shoelaces twice because they just came untied.
Yeah.
It's just like old guys like that. Like if you were like a nerd in the 50s, you're like still
You're
like
stuck
more.
with that.
Yeah, you're like
It's-
our
yeah.
crumb though. You're like
God.
a guy who's just very vindictive and
Like-
just very like I fucking hate everybody.
You know
around
how in UHF Weird Al is like the guy and he like forgets to go out to dinner with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know that like type of trope. That like an old guy who does that, I feel like usually that's like the old guy. You're like, oh, he's senile, and he doesn't care, and it's cool.
Mhm.
But an old guy who can achieve being that kind of like forget, like somehow I'm imagining an old guy who's forgetful, but you can tell it's not dementia at all, and that he's just like complete, just a
Just
fuck
kind of
up.
like imagine Mr. Bean was like on like Medicaid, you know. That's
he
scary.
is now fucking old ass.
Well,
bitch,
probably,
Rowan
yeah.
Atkinson.
Yeah, I don't think he's on Medicaid.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an American
Well,
citizen.
there's like I think this is like
He's
a
on
new
Medicaid.
He's on the NHS. That's just a new phenomenon though. I don't think old people are afraid that's you're in fear of the future where there's going to be old people like that for sure. Like old people ordering at restaurants are so confident.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what's scary.
That's because they
like,
used to. People with social anxiety back in the 40s, they used to, and 50s and 60s and 70s used to string them up by their feet.
Yeah,
slit their throats.
It's the same feeling I have when I used to watch like a Larry King interview or whatever. And he's 98 years old, and all he talks about is how scared he is of dying.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that's not what I want to hear when I'm a kid.
No, yeah. It is. You are. I'm feeling a fear that I never thought of before.
Yeah.
It really is bothering me to think about an old, like, the way that I usually think about an old person being a fuck up is like, oh, he's like he's from a different time. Like he's like he doesn't get how to interact with his children or something.
The idea that
like my grandpa.
The idea that he just literally oh my god.
It's really terrifying. Yeah. And those are like, and now that I think about it, I think most old people are like that. Like, no old people have it figured out, really.
Yeah.
They just,
Well, I mean, I think a good chunk of them do.
But, like, maybe even my grandpa, now I'm thinking back at, like, times when he just, like, said shit that made no sense. And I'm like, oh, maybe he just got so, like, overwhelmed and kind of anxious that he just was weird, you know?
Yeah. My grandpa. I've talked about my grandpa just forgetting my name, but like I think he's the polar
maybe he's also
opposite.
just stupid. Like this idea of a stupid old person is pretty sad too.
Yeah, I think it's the
right?
polar opposite guy you're describing, like the old man with social anxiety.
Yeah, this is
like
the jock.
The jock. My
the
grandpa.
That's what I'm saying.
My grandpa was like, Chris, whatever the fuck.
Every old guy, I think they're the jock.
Yeah, me too.
Just because it's the way that their skin looks, they're wrinkles.
Jocks usually live longer.
Yeah.
Right? The nerds kill themselves. The
Yeah.
jocks
they
live.
know how scary the world
jocks
is.
live. The jocks spread their seed to generations, right? The jocks are the ones with all the grandkids.
Yeah, the
You'd
nerds
think.
never fucked.
The nerds never got no damn pussy.
They got sent overseas to do codes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stayed in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Because they got there and they were like,
do you
oh
guys
my
have
god.
anime?
Yeah, wow. We should invent anime. I know it's the wrong country. Don't worry about it. The nerds are over there,
The
man.
nerds are still in Vietnam. And you know what the worst part about the nerds in Vietnam is that they're making all these fucking foodie videos.
They're like weebs for fucking Vietnam in the 60s. They're like, oh my god, is that a hole in the ground I can live in? That's amazing. Holy crap. Oh my god.
Yeah. They were like that, though, I bet.